Welcome back to another Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Report, and today we're at the Dice Dojo. This is round 3 of the tournament, and if you just saw my other two rounds, the first round I got my ass kicked by Archaon. The second round, Archaon kicked the Dwarfs' ass, and then in the third round, I'm fighting Brian's Dwarfs. So, we're going to go over his list really quick. I didn't really take pictures of my list, but I'll kind of fill you in on what I have as we go along. He brought the gyrocopter, and then basically everything in his army fits on top of his book. And as you can see here, he has a huge block of Longbeards. They have a BSB with them, and I believe he actually has another hero in that unit, maybe not. Behind him he has a unit of Slayers, and it's a big block of Slayers. And he has Ungrim, the Incarnate of Fire, on the cork on the left side, and then he has 2 units of Rangers. Now he has no cannons, and that's an odd one for dwarves, I know. But yeah, that's how he rolls. He brought no cannons. We're gonna go over magic real quick. He has a magic ring, I want to say, or a magic item that makes him breathe fire or shoot fire. That's about it for him. But for me, I have Wurzag, the Green Prophet, and Wurzag gets Vindictive Glare as a bound item on his mask. He got Fist of Gork, Foot of Gork, Brainbuster, and Edbutt. There was no Hand of Gork, no doubles. That really sucked for me. And then I have a level 2 Lore of Undeath Night Goblin Shaman, and he has Gravecall and Hand of Dust. Right here's a picture of my Goblin Wolf Riders. They're extremely crazy looking today because I didn't use any of my normal special characters, so I just decided to make them all Wolf Riders. And they're going to go ahead and Vanguard up. I believe I took first turn. And as you can see right here, here's a picture of pretty much my whole line there and Brian. I got 2 Doom Divers. On the left side I have a block of, I think, 24 Savage Orcs. The Savage Orc Shaman is actually Wurzag, and he's all the way on the right side on the board by himself. And again, there's no cannon, so he doesn't really have a threat of getting shot down. There's a block next to the spider of 4 trolls, and they are joined by 2. Well, one is the general, and he's on a spider. Even though it looks like a squig, it's a spider. And the other one is the BSB, and he's also on a spider that looks like a squig. I have my Ragnarok Spider, which is very reliable, and then a unit of 20 Night Goblins with short bows with the level 2 in that unit. And again, I don't even know why I put the level 2 in that unit because he wasn't in danger of getting shot down, but whatever. Vanguard, I'm going to go ahead and move up my Goblin Wolf Riders up to the side over here on the Vanguard. And then if you saw my other video, you could actually see Brian's whole army has Vanguard. Everybody in every unit has the runes to Vanguard up, so everybody's moving up 12 inches. We're going to go ahead and do Orcs and Goblins turn 1, and as you can see, this Necromancer inside the tower is actually an objective for this game in the tournament. Basically, he's shooting out a D6 Strength 6 Magic Bolt to the closest unit to the tower, and basically it hits hits automatically basically on the D6. But the objective is to actually kill him and get him out of there. He has a 4-up ward. He has a toughness 6 due to whatever magic ability he's using, and he has 8 wounds. So basically, you have to put some damage on him. Every wound you do gets you an extra victory point at the end, so it helps out your score at the end. And yeah, so as you can see, I'm charging in first into that building there. My Ragnarok goes ahead and moves around, and then as you can see, my Goblin Wolf Riders over here move all the way to the side flank of the Rangers. My Night Goblins with bows move up a little bit, Wurzag kind of moves around, and then the Savages move up. Basically, everybody just kind of moves up. Magic phase, I didn't get a picture of how many power dice I had, but I did throw 5 onto Gravecall. I was going for some Vargeists, and I choked on the Mushroom. Even though it was irresistible, I still choked on the Mushroom. That sucks. Use the rest of my dice onto the Foot of Gork, and I got it off, and I'm going to smash me some Slayers. It drifts just 1 inch, but it still smashes 6 Slayers, and they can't stop that at all. So go for a 4, 5, or 6 to do it again, and I get a 2. Wurzag wasn't ready to continue smashing, so he only figured 2 was good enough. the wizard inside at the end of the magic phase does his thunderbolt, and it only hits one troll. He regen the rest of the wounds that got through. The Howdah crew is going to start off our shooting phase. The Howdah crew shoots at the rangers over here, and they pop off one ranger. And then the Doom Divers are kind of split because of that building. So one Doom Diver over here aims at the rangers, and he gets a direct hit, and it kills off 4 rangers. So 2 left. They passed their panic check, of course. The Dwarfs. The other Doom Diver, all the way over there, aims at the gyrocopter, and he gets a direct hit. And I mean, when it's tournament time, these Doom Divers don't play. And he gets enough wounds to just destroy it outright. And again, everybody around's kind of immune to psychology there. Over here, my Wolf Boys go ahead and take some cheap shots at the Rangers, and they deflected them all, not a problem. And we're going to start off close combat. Close combat, my General, the BSB, and the Troll go inside the building to attack the Necromancer, and they put out 2 wounds only onto him, and the rest of the wounds he ward saved. And so right now it's 2-0 on the Necromancer, and let's start off Dwarves turn 1. Dwarves turn 1. Slayers charge into the building, and they are going to obviously attack the Necromancer on their turn. Magic phase, the Necromancer blows up 3 of the Slayers, and I think that's about it. It goes straight into close combat. His shooting phase, he basically shot at the Wolves, and I think nothing happened. And he shot at the Doom Diver, and nothing happened. So close combat, he puts on 1 wound onto the Necromancer. So right now it's 2-1, and yeah, that's about it right there. We're gonna start off. He also moved his Longbeards facing around the building towards the Ragnarok and Savages because they didn't want to get side flank. It looked like originally he was going to send the Longbeards into the building, and then when we started, he saw my Ragnarok going to the side, and he was like, "Oh shit!" So he kind of rearranged who was going in. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and do Orcs and Goblins turn 2. This is a big mess up right here. My Night Goblins with bows fail Animosity, and they have to charge, and they're just in range to declare a charge, so they will declare a charge. And then my Wolf Riders fail Animosity and have to declare a charge onto these guys. So first things right here, I actually get the charge off. That sucks so bad. So this is what happens. I have to run up where the Fanatics are. That's actually where they would pop out, which is 8 inches away from the Slayers. Now, if they got 8 inches up, they're going to hit the Slayers and do damage to the Slayers. If they fall short, I am continuing my charge, and I have to charge into my own Fanatics. So I'm going to go ahead and throw them at the Slayers, and not a single one goes 8 inches. They all fall short, which means I lose. I take 2d6 strain 5 hits armor piercing for each Fanatic I ran into. So that's 6d6. I rolled like a 27. Out of the 27, I did 20 wounds, which took out exactly all 20 of my Night Goblins, except for my Shaman. Oh man, that sucks so bad. Oh, that sucks so bad. Oh, that's horrible. As for these guys over here, they got stand and shot, and they're still going to charge in. They lost 2 guys with the stand and shoot, and then the rest of the guys, they just kind of moved up over here. My Ragnarok moved up over the wall, and then my Savages followed, and they're set up again. So if he charges in with his Longbeards either into the Savages or into the Ragnarok, I'll get a side flank on him no matter what. And then over here, you can see Wurzag just jumped on top of the hill. He's ready to just foot a gork somebody. Magic phase, I got 5 power dice, which is nothing. And at this time I'm thinking, well, that Goblin Shaman's gonna die. I might as well put him to use. Let me throw 5 dice plus a mushroom onto some Vargeists, and I'll throw him out there. And that way he has his memory living on, killing on. And Brian said, no, I got a Dispel Scroll. I don't want no Vargeists. Oh well, that was it. Shooting phase, I'm gonna go ahead and throw. And just for the record, even if I didn't go for Vargas, if I did go for the foot, I still got dispelled. All right, shooting phase got the Doom Diver aiming for the Longbeard here. He drifts off, or no, I'm sorry, it's a misfire, and he got a 4 on the misfire chart, which means he cannot shoot for a turn. Um, and then I got this guy over here. He floats in, and he only killed off one Longbeard, which sucks. They also have a ward save against shooting with their banner, so that also kind of sucks. Close combat, the Slayers just destroyed my Night Goblin Shaman here. And as for this charge over here, the Wolf Riders actually took out 3 of the Rangers, but the Rangers ended up killing off the rest of them. I believe they have great weapons, and that just kind of destroyed the armor save. And then as for this fight up here, I ended up putting 1 more wound onto the Necromancer, and that's it. I got 3, and he has 1, but I believe that's where it ends. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and start Dwarfs turn 2 right now. Dwarfs turn 2, they're going to go ahead and charge into the building, attack the Necromancer again. Magic phase, I believe, or no, shooting phase, I'm sorry, he's going to shoot at Wurzag, but Wurzag's safe with his 5-up armor and 5-up ward. And then they're going to shoot at the Ragnarok here, nothing happens. And then Ungrim kills the Necromancer. He gets off like 5 wounds, or he got 5 wounds total, so he did 4 more wounds, and he kills off the Necromancer. So Ungrim and the Slayers just did their job and killed him off. That's about that. Oh, they go into the building next. So that starts off Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. I'm going to go ahead and declare 2 charges here with the Savages and the Ragnarok, and they both connect. And I put majority of the Savages in. Actually, all the Savages are touching, and the Ragnarok is just barely tip touching that whole unit up there. So that's pretty good. I don't know. I thought, thinking back about this, I could have changed it a little bit, where I could have had the Ragnarok maybe tank more because he's a toughness 6. I don't know. Wasn't really thinking about it. I was thinking more I could get more attacks in with the Savages. So as you can see, over here I had Wurzag move around the Rangers to the backside, and then I had to shuffle my guys back a little bit here. The Night Goblin, the bosses. I'm sorry, not Night Goblins. The Goblin big bosses. They had to back up with the Trolls just because they know those Slayers are going to go through that building soon. Magic phase, I only got 3 power dice, which is nothing. And I believe I tried to throw it on a foot of Gork into the building, but I failed. Fell short. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Doom Divers. Doom Divers, 1 misfires into the building, gets a wild shot, or skid marks. Skid marks still hits them, and because they're still in the building, and it kills off 4 of them. As for this combat over here, the impact hit alone killed off 3 guys. That's just from the big stabba. And then we're going to go into combat, and as you can see, this is just chaotic here. First, we have the champs pull off to do their own challenge. He killed off 8 savages, and I killed off about 8 dwarves just from the melee combat alone. I did win the challenge, and then I do thunder stomps. And then when I do thunder stomps, that's killing off like another 5 more. The Howdah crew attacks, and I think they actually kill off like 1 or 2 guys more. It's ridiculous. We just killed off like mass amount of guys on both sides. And as you can see, all the dead bodies here. That was fun, actually. Starting off, Dwarves turn 3. Ungrim and the remaining Slayers pop out this side of the building, staring at the big boss and the Trolls. And that's pretty much where they're going to stand. They're going to get a magic phase, 5 power dice, and he uses his magic ring that throws fireballs, and he shoots a fireball right into my Trolls. He kills off a whole Troll and does an extra wound, so he did 4 wounds. That hurts, and they lose their regen for the round. Over here, he did a quick move where he could just turn around and shoot, and I was like, wait a second, that's not how it works, because if he didn't have a swift freeform, he can't shoot. He doesn't have a musician, so Wurzag comes back up from the grave, and he's like, haha, I was just playing dead. um, Over here, we're gonna go back to this combat, and again, he kills off 3 savages, and then my guys kill off about 6 of him. And to be honest, I believe my savages whiffed, my Howdah crew whiffed, and my spider whiffed, but I thunderstomped 6 guys this turn. So the thunderstomp really saved me on the what was happening here, which was kind of crazy. He parried a lot. He had a lot of armor saves. He was getting good rolls. We're going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 4. The turns are going really fast now just due to the fact that everybody's in combat right now. I'm going to go ahead and charge right into his Slayers with my Trolls and connect. And then Wurzag's just playing mind games with these guys. He's just running around them, making sure he doesn't get shot. And Magic Phase, I get a 4 again, which is nothing. So I decided to use Vindictive Glare on these guys, and I just blast 3 of them with Vindictive Glare, and that worked. Doom Diver, the one that decided to come shoot back again, he decides to blow himself up this turn, so he dies. He just didn't want to work. And then as for this close combat over here, the Slayers and the Incarnate of Fire decide to just destroy my Trolls. They kill all the Trolls, and they put 2 wounds onto the BSB and 1 wound onto the General. He's trying to argue with me, saying that since the BSB is on a monstrous mount, he doesn't get the extra wound from the monstrous mount. I'm trying to tell him that it counts as monstrous cavalry, so you would use the highest wounds from the mount versus the hero. But we roll off against it, and we just say the BSB died eventually. The General and the BSB decide to kill off like a good, I don't know, like 10 guys, 10 Slayers, but the Slayers get to swing back, of course. I get double ones, even though I lost the combat. I roll double ones and my guys stick, but we still said my BSB died, and it's just my General left. Dwarves turn 4. His General, which is Ungrim, he challenges my my Spider Rider here, my General, and I accept because I don't think I can not accept without like just running away. He puts on only 1 wound onto him, which is good and kind of saves me for now. I do have a Armor of Destiny on him, which is giving me a 4-up ward save. I also have a 2-up armor save with the Spider Armor, the Heavy Armor, Shield, and yeah, so that's pretty impressive armor save for a goblin with this leadership 8. Over here, this battle's not going so well. The savages, they had a great start, but they're killing a lot slower now. They're not getting as many hits through. He's armor saving or parrying a good chunk of them, and even with thunderstamps going off, I mean, thunderstamps is the only thing that's really keeping me in the game. And the problem is he is stubborn. He always has to roll on his high leadership, and even if he fails on like a 9, he has his BSB in this group, so they don't run. So as you can see, he's thinning down my numbers. I only got a couple more. I have like 1 rank of 6 left on my savages. He has about a rank and a half left on his dwarves, and they're gonna stick. No wounds on my Ragnarok yet, but we're gonna see what goes on. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. Wurzag decides he's just going to charge the lone guy because he failed his frenzy check. Whatever. So he's going to connect in. Magic Phase, I get 12 Power Dice, which is a shame because there's no legal targets to do Foot of Gork on because everybody's in combat. So I'm going to throw him on Fist of Gork to give him extra attacks. He dispels it. That sucked. Doom Diver. The other Doom Diver blows up. What the hell, man? The Doom Divers like to kill each other. As for close combat, I don't kill him. I don't. I was hoping the boar would at least kill him, and I had frenzy and everything, and I just don't put a wound on the guy. Over here, Ungrim finishes off my General, and over here again, the Longbeards have a really high weapon skill to begin with, but I only kill off 1 of them. He kills off like 5 of my guys. And then again, my thunderstomps only killed 2 guys, and this is the first time I actually lost combat resolution. And I don't have a BSB. I have like a leadership 7 on the savages and like a leadership 6 on the spider, even though the spider's stubborn, and they both break and run. Yep, that happened. So Dwarf's turn 5. He continues to pursue the spider who's running, and he eventually just this fight right here just goes on. He also turns his other unit around to face the spider and the savages, and nobody kills each other here. I think Warzag is still stuck in combat. So that was pretty much it for Dwarf turn 5. Orcs and Goblins turn 6. The spider failed to rally. Son of a bitch. So I throw pretty much everything I have on Foot of Gork. I figured if we go by based on points, I could actually destroy the unit that's chasing the spider, rally the spider, and hopefully have more points than him, because most of his points is in. Because as of right now, I've only wiped out his helicopter, his gyrocopter. That's it. So I got 100 points. And even though I did mass destruction to both of his big units, and they're like really low on points, if I could wipe out that Longbeard's unit, I could probably get like, I don't know, probably a draw. So I throw all my dice on Foot of Gork, and it hits them. It kills off 3 guys. I roll 4, 5, or 6 to do it again, and I got a 3. And I shake Brian's hand and I say, good game. Because that was it. That was the closest thing I could do to somewhat of a victory or a draw at least. And I mean, he took it. He got the 6 bonus points for killing off the guy in the tower. And he pretty much, I mean, the one mistake I made, which was I didn't use my range as much. I mean, I really couldn't, because the freaking Night Goblins decided to charge in. I think if the Fanatics would have got in and killed, I don't know, maybe like 5 guys, it would have made a big difference. Instead of killing off my whole unit. I think that I should have tried to use the foot more offensively, where I could have kept them at a range. Especially since Dwarves move slow, I should have just took advantage of that, allowing him to consistently try to chase me around the board. He didn't have anything in shooting. I did kill off that gyrocopter on the first turn, so I could have outshot him for a while, thinned out his numbers before I charged in. And the fact that he was stubborn and he didn't move, and the other unit was just unbreakable, it really kind of took its toll on my guys, because my guys, I got outgrinded. To be honest, my savages did great, especially that first charge in. I mean, savages and the spider, they took out good chunks of guys, and if you could look right now, he only had 4 guys left. He had about like close to 40 guys to start. I only had about 20 savages, so it's a big difference. I mean, he also had a BSB in there that I refused to challenge or fight, because I knew the BSB would have just declined to win in the back. I should have done that just so he'd lose an attack. I don't know why I didn't do that. But anyways, regardless, I still got outgrinded because he had more numbers, and even at the end it was really close. So I think the savages did good for their numbers. Thinking back about it right now, I probably should have put the savages onto the slayers, just because they would have, tore through the slayers like at a faster rate. And then not sure who I would have thrown. I mean, I could have thrown the Fanatics into the Longbeards. I could have just Doom Divered them. I could have just Foot of Gorked them and just kept them at range, and then just eventually whittled them down and throw the spider at to them later. And then maybe the Trolls into the... I think the Trolls might have been a better bet, the higher strength, and took down some of those armor saves. But anyways, live and learn. MVP, I would have to give it to... I would have to probably give it to the Doom Divers in the beginning, or... I don't know. I don't really think anybody really deserves an MVP on this one. The Spider and the Savages did a good job together, and I thought they did great, but they didn't end up finishing off the unit, which would have mattered. The person who took out the most was the Doom Divers, and they took out chunks of Rangers. They disabled his any of his shooting abilities. Anyways, guys, I'm rambling. It was a fun game. I always have fun playing against Brian. And anyways, that was the end of the tournament. Basically, with the bye counts as a win, and then the additional points. First place is actually Andrew's Archaon unit. They just slaughtered the whole tournament, as you can see in two of the videos here. And then the third game, I believe he played my brother on the third game, and same thing. He just took out Thankful and Bone Ripper. Second place was actually Brian. This win right here pushed him ahead in points by like 4 or 5 points ahead of Andrew, or against Aaron, and then Aaron took third. Unfortunately, I didn't get a picture of any of Aaron's games this tournament, but next time. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll be putting up videos very soon. I'm hoping to get a game in this weekend before Mother's Day, and I'm trying to get more practice games in before Blood in the Sun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.